Look, right, I'm getting really sick and tired of, it seems to be, right, anything that anyone has to say about any subject on the planet. Certain people on YouTube will always bring religion into it. You know, you talk about David Icke, right? David Icke has spent years, and I mean years, researching and coming up with all sorts of alternative views, because I feel that stagnating with one view that God is coming back and we're all going to be saved, I mean, in a certain sort of way, not religious. I mean, why does everyone have to think that religion's going to save you? It's not going to save you. It's a blind faith that everyone puts all their energy and faith in, giving away all their power to someone else to tell them what to do and what to believe. Now, you can harp on about all your Christianity stuff all you like, right? It ain't going to save you in the end of it. If God was real, do you really think that he would come back and save any one of us when you think of what we're doing to the planet? And how greedy we've been? And how misguided we are? I mean, really, you can have all the faith you like, and I don't take anything away from people having faith, but have faith in something that is real. Reading a book about something that no one really has a clue about. It's like 2,000, 3,000 years ago that someone was meant to walk around. It's only been written in books. That's like me going and reading, I don't know, some sort of book that tells me that, well, I don't know, it just tells me anything, and then I just go along and believe it. Because I've read the words and it's all holy and mighty. I mean, come on, really. There's a lot of people out there, right, that blindly believe through no thought process in it at all. You've just been blinded by the system. The system wants you to be religious because that's the way they control your thought patterns. That's the way they control society, by putting these religions in place. So you have to follow and conform to the system. Because if you don't believe in God, the Almighty, so to speak, then you're a freak. You know, if you think everyone who doesn't believe in God is going to hell, well, I've got news for you. If you think hell exists, well, I think it does, and we're in it. We're living in hell. Just think about what's going on around you. You know, wake up, smell the roses, really, and start focusing more on what's really going on today, not about what happened 3,000 years ago. Your faith is what you should have. I'm not questioning anyone's faith. I'm just saying that people around this world are too busy to give up all of their power and their knowledge and their common sense to believe in something that might not actually exist and might not ever come back. I can tell you now that we're moving into the new age, as the book says. You know, the new age of Aquarius. And it states in the Bible. If you want to start stating Bible texts, I can state Bible text for you. Moses comes down from the mountain after talking to God and sees all these people worshipping a bull. He comes down with 10 commandments and smashes them on the ground. Because to him, the 10 commandments mean nothing if they ain't going to follow God. Right? That's in the Bible. Right? So we're moving into a new age of Aquarius, where Jesus said to some disciples when he went to Sodom and Gomorrah, follow the man carrying a pitcher of water. But in them days, men didn't carry pitchers of water. It was women. So look into why God says certain things or Jesus says certain things, because it's not telling you what you should do. It's an astrological story. You try and debunk me on this, man. I can show you evidence. So it's an astrological story telling you about how people read the stars, but then they personified them into people. You know, it's like the house of bread, which is Bethlehem. It's a house of bread, which is a constellation in the sky. Bethlehem was nothing more than a constellation. You know, Orion. All of these are characters in the Bible. And that's all they are, is characters. It's like a story. I could say if I wrote a book claiming that all these people existed and he performed miracles and all this sort of stuff, you'd all believe it, because I've told you it's written 3,000 years ago. And it's a known fact that the Bible wasn't written until a good 100 years after Jesus had gone. So the facts of the Bible are going to be skewed because there's not real evidence to prove that he survived. You can't tell me the Turin Shroud is the only evidence you've got. Come on, man. Of course they want you to believe that that's Jesus' face. If they didn't believe that, then there'd be hell to pay. I mean, come on. If you think you're so Christian, get into the Club of Rome. That'll tell you. Get to the secret societies of the Vatican. Then that'll tell you too. So Gorilla 199, you can quote all the biblical texts you like. But at the end of the day, you have to work out, mate, that all of this may not be true. So you put all your faith in something that you believe wholeheartedly will happen. I can tell you 2012 will come along and 2012 will go. And I can tell you what, it ain't the 2000 bloody internet bug. And it ain't going to be the coming back of Jesus, mate. I'm sorry, I've got to tell you that. That's the news. Sorry, man. And you can believe him all you like. But at the end of the day, the facts are there. You read into the Bible and try and read between the lines, I don't think you can see it. You know, I've read the Bible, believe it or not. I'm not Christian. I'm not religious at all. But I've heard so many people talking about this says it in the Bible, that says it in the Bible. So I went off and read it. And I've made my own decision about it. Like everyone else. So you can't come on YouTube and start dictating to everyone how the Bible should be read. Because who are you? What authority do you have? Just because you're Christian? No, that's no authority. I'm sorry, man. But you're just going to have to wake up, mate. And everyone's going to say, well, you can't say that because I'm Christian, and millions of people. Well, fine. Don't try and suck me into being one of your buddies, mate, because I ain't going to do it. I have my own beliefs, my own mind. I don't want to be collected along by the massive people that believe the same thing. Because that's exactly what they want you to do. Man, seriously. Anyway.